You son of a...
Nozzle heats up and the plastic it flows. A creation takes form as the live stream goes. Heart of a maker with a tech-savvy show. Designs in the making, see the hotbed aglow. It's shenanigans 3D on the digital stage. With each layer printed, he's the maker. The mage. Let's start the show. Layer by layer, we watch it grow. A twitch in time with shenanigans flow. Chaos reigns with a fiery glow. We're live. We crash. Watch closely as the filament spins. A wild ride where the line between fails and wins. Accidental art when the plastic rebels. Shenanigans 3D. He's breaking all the levels on the edge of tech. Where the sparks may fly. In the streamer's den, there's no limit to the sky. Every stream's a gamble, roll the fiery dice. Pushing limits, bending rules, not one to think twice. Heartbeat pulses with each print he creates. While the chat's wild wonder in suspense they wait. Rising with the flames in the shenanigans game. Printing out the future, no two prints the same.
Gotta push the button. Welcome in, everybody. How's everybody doing this fine Friday? It's Friday, thank God. About time, but yeah, I'm working this all weekend, so. Cruising Girl, gluing stream into pumpkin critters. Gluing stream, why did I say streams? Gluing stems into pumpkin critters, huh? Are you making those little things that Digital Dragon was making on stream the other day? We got some tunes going on. Okay, right. So, I got the itch again. I'm starting to get the itch. Tubin 3D, how you doing, my friend? How's your day going? Oh, Cruising Girl, I see that George has a theme song now. I was in there. I stopped in there real quick and said hi. So today, yes, I was watching. I've been watching. If you're not watching, make sure you're watching Big Jano, right? So he's doing his house thingy that he did last year. He's doing another one with this is gonna be pretty cool. It's the factory and stuff. 240 parts. Whoo boy. So he wants to do a light show kind of thing, right? And I've been doing that for years. I haven't done it. This will be the 4th year that I have not done it. An injury 4 years ago prevented me from. I had a problem with my display. I just shut the thing down, and an injury prevented me from fixing it. And I've been taking it down off the house, a little bit at a time. And actually, that box that was over there I showed was part of it. But I'm going to completely redo it, and it's a challenge to do those shows. They're not like throwing up little lights. You got to do a bunch of networking. You got to do a bunch of power injections. You got to know there's a lot involved in those shows. You got to coordinate all the lights to music, choreograph all that stuff. But that's the fun part, right? So I just haven't had a chance to actually fully dive back into it, and I'm getting the itch again. This is one of my controllers. Actually, this is one of the original controllers I had. This is probably about 10. No, this is probably about 15 years old. So this is the Falcon Pi Cap. I think they're a little bit different now, but this is a 2-channel. They recommend 800 pixels per channel. I ran close to 3,000 pixels off of this. So it can do a heck of a lot more, but they recommend 800 per channel. It's 2 channels. There's a channel here and a channel here. I just use this for testing and stuff right now, and I was using it in the stream. It does run, you can run DMX to it. Yeah, there's a bunch. There's DMX, there's LOR and REN, but I just use it basically. You got the controllers for the lights for Bob's Barrels. Yeah, I need to release that freaking thing. I need to send that to him. I'll send that to him today. I promise you, I'll send that to him today. So this fits on top of a Raspberry Pi. Now I mentioned it in the stream yesterday to get to go this route because you can do so much with this. So it's a hat for the Raspberry Pi. And basically what you do is the Raspberry Pi is your computer. The Raspberry Pi is...
Raccoons are very intelligent and can solve problems and remember tasks for up to 3 years.
Is that very loud? It looks like it's very loud on your end. 23 Blue Dude, how you doing, my friend? So, the Raspberry Pi, when you run xlights, you can run the Raspberry Pi or you can run a BeagleBone. But you can also, not only can you run this one, it's good. All right. I think that's one of the louder ones. You can run the little Pi W. What is this called? The Pi Zero. So, I like to run the Pi Zero. So, but this does have xlights on it, right? So this does have the Falcon Pi player on it, and then I use xlights. But this is basically the brains of your system. This is the heart of your system. The Raspberry Pi holds all your files. It holds your music. It holds your timings. It holds all the information. Like it's basically a computer, right? It's your little computer because you do not want to run xlights across your network. Trust me, you don't want to do that. I destroyed my network, my local network, because I tried that one time. I was like, well, I'll just run it across the network. Yeah, that was a bad idea. Nobody could use the network. During Christmas time, nobody was able to use the network. So you get yourself a little Raspberry Pi, and then you have the Pi hat. You can put this on here. You can still pick these things up. These are only like 30, 40 bucks. And it goes right on there, and then you have your 2 channels, and then you have your DMX, and then you can just output to your lights. It has gotten way too expensive, hasn't it? I've been eyeballing the Orange Pi. So for our robot tank machine, I'm thinking about doing the Orange Pi. So yeah, so we're gonna get this back up and running. This little guy right here is going to be running. We're gonna be designing some Christmas lights today. They're gonna be up across here. Look how like the way my lens distortion is. It looks like that's like slanted, but it's not. Oh, it might be. No, it's not. It looks straight. Anyway, barrel distortion. But yeah, so this does run the TV back here. There's a TV right there. I have that set up as a matrix. So the Pi runs off that through xlights, and I do put whatever I want up on there. I actually have one of those, Cruising Girl. Yeah, I have the Lee Potato. Let me go grab it real quick. I think it's over here in my living room sitting. I just came across it a couple days ago. My dogs were chasing my cat across the room. Yes, I was using it as a server thing. Wow, that's all dusty because it's been sitting back behind my bookshelf. books that I have not moved in probably 3 years. I'll probably need to, I'm gonna have to dust back there. Okay. Yeah, so I got one of these. What is it? Hey, Bill Overbot, how are you doing, my friend? So this is I can't read that. The AML S95 XCC version 1. There's a memory card in it. But yeah, so I do have one of these. All my boards need cleaned. Okay, so let's get right into what we're doing, because this is going to be a bunch of stuff I'm going to be trying to get done in today's stream. First thing we need to do is pull one of these guys. So I'm going to be running these nodes. This is a pixel. This is a 12 millimeter pixel, RGB pixel. This is what we use for Christmas lights. So everybody that you know, all those synchronized Christmas lights that you see on YouTube and all that other stuff. I'd show videos of my house, but that would dox me. Well, if it's at night, but I don't have the videos. I'd have to get them there on my ex-wife's computer. God only knows if she even still has them or not. But anyway, yeah, this is what we use. So the synchronized Christmas lights, this is it. They come in this style, which is a bullet. They come in a square, but they still use the same LED, same chip. It's just this part here is in form of a square, in the shape of a square instead of a round bullet. But we call these bullet nodes, and they're 12 millimeters. This is actually what's lighting up the burn barrel right now. The burn barrel is using 6 of these. I have probably about maybe 6 or 7,000 of these up in my shop. Okay. First thing first is we're going to design something for this. These are going to be, yeah. I'm not too worried about people. To be honest, I'm not worried about people coming here. I'm not worried about that. The only thing that needs to be worried about is if they made peace with God. So, doesn't mean I want people coming here, right? So avoid it. What I want to do with these, I want to make the, was it the C7 or C6? I want to put a bulb end on it, right? So it looks like a little teeny bulb. And then we need to make a clip, and it's going to go up on the rep rack. We're going to do some lights going across there. And I really don't have much room, huh? But yeah, we're going to get some lights up across there, and then we're going to get the TV back up and running as our matrix again. And I picked this up. I'm not much of a soda drinker, but I picked this up. This is Winter Spiced Cranberry. And it's Sprite. But it reminds me of my early 20s, which is not a good thing. It reminds me of it reminds me of praying to the porcelain gods. That's what that reminds me of. Ooh. So I will not be getting that again. But I will continue to drink it because I do not believe in wasting stuff like that. I just don't believe in wasting food and drink and stuff, you know. 12.5. 12.5 is what we need to do here. So the first thing we're going to do today is we're going to design a mount for this. We're going to be doing two things for this. We're going to design a mount. Glendon 3D, my friend, how are you doing today? We're going to design a mount for this so this can slide into, and then it'll be curved on the end so we can zip tie it right to a rep rack. And then we're going to design a cover for it. And we can do like a bunch of cool stuff. We can have like unicorn design it. Well, I can't design organic stuff. We can do like a star, or we can do a circle, a teardrop, whatever. You know, we can have it. We can design like an icicle, and so it's upside down. And my dogs are like all fired up today for some reason. I have absolutely no idea why. Oh, because there's a deer in my front yard. That would be the reason why. It was there yesterday. About the same time. Hunting season. Okay. So let's get into, let's go to the big screen here, and then we'll bring up the little camera. We should be able to do this very, very quickly. There's a nice sized buck out there that was about around 6 o'clock in the evening yesterday. And a real nice sized buck. That looked like a doe, but a real nice sized buck was across my front yard, right across, and went out in the field. Got to get the measurement of this. I think it's 18, but we'll double check. Yes, it's 18. So the idea of this is just to have it zip tie. So we're just going to make a circle. Oh crap, I forgot. Was 18 or is it 18 point something? I think 18. It's 18.45, so we'll take it to 9. We'll take it to 9.25. And let's do. We should probably do. I don't want to have a lot of. I guess 2. We can do 2. We can work with 2mm offset. And we need to measure. We need to measure this. All right, BuilderBot. Have a good day, my friend. You have to do tires now, 6. I think it was from Big Tree Tech. How would Big Tree Tech be deleting stuff in my? You posted in useful links. Where did you post it at? What channel? I don't even see anything in here. Did you do it in general or did you do it in useful links? Oh no, I didn't delete anything. Okay, so 6 millimeters. Cancel this. I'll delete that. And we're going to come over 6 millimeters. That is the width of the wire. Oh. That needs to go up higher. All right, so this needs to go up higher. Then we'll do a, well, I have it open right now. If you want to try it, posting it again, we'll see what happens. All right. We need to do a construction line. I can bring down here just so we can have a reference. Delete this again. And now we have our reference point right there. And that's how you can make a curved and get it in line. Just put down a construction line. The construction line will act well, it's in there. Let's see if I can lock it. Ah, it's in there. I see it. Who knows? You'd think they would allow you to do that if it was them that deleted it. You'd think they would allow that, right? That's free advertising for them. So it just, there's nothing there. All it is just you click on it and it takes you to BQ to their site. Like, what the heck? Doesn't do anything for me. It might drive traffic. No. Drive my analytics up a little bit, but that's all I benefit out of it. And I really wouldn't want to benefit. Like, why would I want to benefit from something like that besides, helping them out, right? All right, so let's make this double-sided. Oh, wait a minute, that sounded wrong. I want to help them. So, yeah, I'm not upset about something. I don't know. I guess maybe people do get upset. Who knows? Who knows what happened? 3D Print World 1. How you doing today, my friend? So this is 12 millimeters. Let's take this to, I say, probably, we can do 36. Let's try Oh, that's not. That's way too big. So let's go 12. We'll do 18. Ooh. Yeah, how's that look? 18 and 18 is 36, so that's right. Now let's go and do a construction plane. We'll come to 14 millimeters. And let's do, oh, we need to go into this mode. We need to recreate, actually no we don't. We'll go to 10. No, let's go to 10.5. That's 11.5. 10.5. 10.2. 10.4. 10.4. Let's back that. Let's go to 10.5. Yeah. Is this a special stream? No, not really. Ooh, that poses a problem right there. Oh, but I just had an idea. Okay, so cancel. So what I'm trying to do here is make a section for our zip tie to go in. Nick 3DP, how you doing today, my friend? Welcome in. So I was going to do a groove, cut out a groove here, but that's not going to work. So what we can do is we can actually, instead of having a groove, instead of having any, we'll have an outie, right? So let's do an offset. One millimeter will be fine. We'll finish this sketch, and we did that at 14, so let's take this and let's move this up all the way to the end. Yes, it's at the end. Two-sided. And that's what, at 4. So we'll do 2 millimeters. This is just so the zip tie doesn't have any, like it won't slide off. That's the only reason why we're doing this. 2 millimeters, and at 2 millimeters, I forget what this measurement was. Tech Cheaper, yo. Hey, Tech Cheaper. Oh, I just reminded something I wanted to tell you guys. I found out what my problem was with this. Found out the problem. You don't have one of these, do you? Found out the problem. Ads. Stupid ads. They're not all messed up again, are they? Are we back from ads? It looks like we might be back from ads. My bond rate was all wrong. We're at like 9,600 when it should have been at like 11,000 or 1100,000 or something like that. So my bond rate was all wrong. That's why it wasn't working. You don't have one of these, do you? Do you have one of these? Anyway, oh, yeah, as I was saying, I remembered something. Friday, a week ago, when we did the, not to display, do you want the other one? I'm not going to do anything with it. Here, I'll bring it. I'll bring the other one. This is the Raspberry Pi version one, but I'll bring this to you. You can have fun with it. It's just going to sit here and do it, collect dust for me. I'm going to make a Raspberry Pi, or yeah, Raspberry Pi. I'm going to make a watch out of this one, and I have nothing to do with the other one, so I'll bring it in a little. I'll bring it to you in the little goodie bags. Oh yeah, remember Friday we had that thing that that flew over me. I don't know. Find out. There you go. I'll bring that along next weekend. You thought what was on Tuesdays and Thursdays? Well, I try to shoot for Tuesdays and Thursdays, but since I've been busy and haven't really streamed this week, I am doing a Friday. Remember I told you all while we're doing the comet shoot, I was asking you guys to find out where the ISS was, because I was saying it's like, hey, I think that's the ISS flying over ahead of us. Remember that? I found out what it was. I found it out like the next day. I just completely forgot to tell y'all. It was Gemini. It's Gemini 2. And I didn't realize this was up there. So Gemini 2, Gemini 1, which is, I don't know where that's at now. I think that burned up. But Gemini 2 shut down a few years ago. But it is a space station. Well, it's a spacecraft. Is it Gemini? Or what the hell is it called? No, that's... No, not Gemini. What the... I can't remember what it's called. No, it was not a recent launch. It is a inflatable space station that was sent up there a few years back to try it like blows up. It's pretty cool. It inflates, and it's like this huge thing, and they were testing and stuff like that. Now I'm trying to remember what the heck it is. Every time, I don't think it's called Gemini. What the heck is it called? Genesis. Genesis. No, that's not it either. I can't remember what it's called. It's something like that. It starts with a G. Anyways, it's an inflatable space habitat that has been up there for a few years now. And I can't seem to, I thought they called it Gemini or Genesis or something like that. Anyway, so I'm pretty sure, well, that's what it said on my freaking app. Anyway, that's what it was. is an inflatable space habitat that is no longer in, like, it never was in service. It's just sent up there to test. This is the second one that they sent up to test, and it's been decommissioned. Now it's just kind of floating around. They're doing some studies with it, but yeah, but that's what it was. $2.75. I need to get back in here and find out my sketches. Edit sketch. All right, so that's 1 millimeter. What did we do? We did what, 10.5, right? Yeah, 10.5, and then that was 1 millimeter. So we'll finish that sketch. We need to do another sketch on this side. We need construction. And that was what, negative 14, negative 1.4. Maybe they did call it Project Gemini. I don't know. All right, let's finish this sketch and let's extrude this. Up there, we're gonna do two-sided, and we're gonna take this up to 2 millimeters. Join, wham, bam, there we go. Okay, so now that is going to stop us from going out over the sides, right? For when we zip tie it. My legs are very cold today for some reason. Okay, now the main feature, or no, well, I guess so. We need to get this. They will go like that. We need to have some flex room in there. So let's go and measure this. And this is going to measure, we'll do 27, we'll do 28 to be on the safe side. This is going to go right up. It's going to slide right up inside this. So if we do a 12.5, okay on that. And for our outside, we can go, well, let's cancel this. Actually, let's go to do a 16. We should have done that sketch on that plane. All right, so from here, from 10 millimeters, we're going to go 28, so that's going to put us at 38. We're going to join this, hit OK. Take this and delete that. Actually worked. I didn't think that's gonna I didn't think that's gonna work. I gotta be honest with you. I really did not think that was going to work. I was just playing with it, right? I was like, all right, so we need to remove that bottom part because we don't need it. And I clicked on it and highlighted it. And I was like thinking in my mind, it's like, I wonder if I can actually, let's try something new. Let's see if we can delete just that part. And it worked. Was not expecting that. No, that's not it. Let's see if I can, whatever's still on my phone. This was launched, it was decommissioned a couple of years ago. Where's my Skywalk? Starwalk, here it is. There's supposed to be like something going on as Halloween. What day was Friday? The 18th. So let's go back to the 18th. And that was, what, 7:30 around there, wasn't it? It came from the west. There it is. Genesis. Genesis. Why can't I pull this up? There we go. What the heck is this thing? It was this thing. It was a Genesis 2. It is the second experimental space habitat designed and built by the private American firm Bigelow Aerospace, and it was launched in 2007 as the second module sent into this orbit by the company. Genesis 2 was retired when his avionics system stopped working after 2.5 years. So it's just space junk now. Bigelow, are they even around anymore? You said they went bankrupt? Yeah, so it's just space junk, but it's big enough to cast a huge glow. It's like you could see it with naked eye going across. That's why I thought it was a space station, because it was lit up like a space station, like the space station. So yeah, that's what it was, because it's right. Oh, let's go to the big screen. So this is at. Well, I might have knocked it out of orbit, or knocked. Yeah, I knocked it. Yeah. Anyways, I was able to track it. You're able to go back in time and check things on here. This is a pretty cool app to have. This is Skywalk or Spacewalk or Skywalk or something like that. But yeah, you can track a bunch of cool stuff. That's how I was tracking that comet with this app. And then you can change the screen at nighttime. There's a button in here. You can change the screen all to red so you're not blowing out your eyeballs. All right, let's get back to designing because I want to get this. I want to get the matrix up and running on stream today. I actually have something. I'm trying to accomplish something in my stream today. I mean, when's the last time y'all? I have accomplished some things, haven't I? It's very rare. It's very rare, but I have done it. So that's 16 millimeters that we've done here across here. 16 millimeters. No, he's still out there. I thought I read that they tested another flight or was getting ready to do another flight. You don't hear too much about it anymore, though. We need to move these up. Yeah, he does own a social media company, right? Okay, so I'm gonna backtrack. Okay. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was like maybe a month ago. I noticed that they were getting ready to do, either they did another test or they're getting ready to do another test or something, or they were something. I can't remember what it was. Okay, let's go to here, and then let's go up 4 on that. That will work. The chamfer. We did 4 millimeters, and I want to chamfer the inside of here. The reason why I'm chamfering the inside here is for, you can see on the wire, how the wires, it kind of, the wires kind of go like that. I don't want to stress them. Even though this is potted, I still don't want to put that much stress like that. Kind of want them to be a little bit, so we're putting a chamfer on this so we have a little bit of play with the wires. So we'll do one here and one there, and we'll do 4. Should give me the correct. yeah. All right, that was it. So let's get this onto the printer. We'll print this out real quick so I can test it. Make sure everything all lines up and all good with this, and then we're gonna print like 1,000 of them. Well, no, we don't need 1,000 of them. We need like maybe 40 of them. This is a mount. This is a mount that we just did for these little nodes, these addressable LEDs. And then these are going to go, you'll be able to fit them on 1/2-inch conduit pipe. So you can, if you have these, or you can get these for like 50 of these for like $50 or for $15. And we're gonna put them across the rep wrap, the conduit on the rep wrap. So we're gonna put like, do a couple designs, like a bulb will slide over it, or maybe like a, like an icicle. We can do an icicle on it, so it'll like hang down like an icicle, and it's all addressable. So yeah, and actually this would actually come in handy if you're doing like Christmas trees for outdoors. So I'll probably end up releasing this. I say it all the time, and I never do. I always get sidetracked. I'll be right back. Okay, let's send this off to the printer. I know, I'm terrible at uploading stuff I create. My space heater isn't really putting out anything. I don't want to fire up my wood burners yet. Okay, what are we doing? Trying to save as much fuel as possible, right? I know. I know. I was in here the other day. I had them going, and was it last weekend actually? I had them going, and it was nice and toasty. It gets nice and toasty in this room here in the wintertime. My son was sitting there playing his games. He's complaining. He's like, "It's really hot in here," and I was like, "Well, it's like we have the heaters." And I looked over, and the heater was set to like 70. I'm like, "Oh yeah, I got all that stuff going." Especially when I had that big one running, that 450. That was quite, yeah, that really heated the place up. Oh, there we go. We'll send this off to the printer. While it's printing, we'll design the bulb end for it, which is going to be real simple. What do I have in the printer? Actually, I need to get that printer prepped. I should should have black somewhere. I had a whole roll of black. What did I do with it? Lights on. Well, half a roll, but still. What black do I have in here? Oh no, I don't want to print with that. That is my special filament. That's that Nebula bamboo. Beautiful filament. So we're going to use some Matter Hackers black PLA for this. So this is going to be a test print to make sure everything is measured correctly. They did not have my glue at the store. Oh yes, just with the whole college stuff, right? So get this. Guess who's coming to my town? Well, my closest big town, right? Our former president and running for presidency, Mr. President Trump is going to be coming here to attend the Ohio Penn State football game. Is it here or is it away? He's attending the Penn State Ohio football game. I think it's here this year. I just got news of it. Which means my town is going to become crazy. Oh yeah, 23 Blue Dude. Yeah, I love. Yeah, the Matter Hackers, the MH Build Series, PetG. That's what I use. When I need PetG, I go right to their site and I order it right. That's all. I do have some PetG from Polymaker. But I prefer the Matter Hackers PetG. Prints so beautifully. Rocket Drone, how are you doing, my friend? We got the purple stick today. Yeah, they didn't have my regular one, which I've always used this one. I won't say what store it's from, but if most of us go to that store, that's the one. That's the brand I use right there. Their store brand. And this stuff is cheap. You know, for the price I paid for 3 of these, I could have bought like 6 of these. Okay. Let's get this in there, get this sliced and get this tested. I have some more filament coming. I got another roll of the ASA Galaxy Red, and no, I haven't gotten that yet. Yeah, the dollar store. Actually, yeah, I could go to the dollar store, huh? Ads, huh? going to make sure this is fairly solid. Because we are going to shove something up in there. So I want to make sure it's nice. It doesn't, yeah, we need to make sure that's solid. So that's going to take a half hour to print. Let's slice it. Yeah, I know. So there's a running joke somewhere. There's a running joke I saw somewhere that I might have read it. But it's now the $1.25 store or something like that. I think that was in my Discord, or a meme in my Discord or something. During back to school, that would be actually a pretty good idea. You had to respool a roll of filament. Yeah, I can run. Well, you all know how it is. You all go through it. You know, I'm able to. If I clean the bed, I'm able to print without glue. But if anything overnight or something big, I'll definitely glue it down. And then it gets to the point where I'm like lazy with this right now. I haven't cleaned that build plate in probably 4 prints. All I've been doing is just kind of running alcohol over it and kind of cleaning it down. I haven't taken it to the sink and actually cleaned it. So I just splatter glue on it. Oh man. I tried to take a nap after work this morning, but I just couldn't. All right, so that's off doing its thing. Let's get we can get the K1 Max up and running, actually. So the next... Sorry about that. All right. Let's get the next thing going here. We're just going to eyeball this. Why does that seem like it? Oh, because it is. Cancel that. Let's bring this out to 2 millimeters. Do you think 2 millimeter thickness would be all right? How are you doing, my friend? Welcome in. Let's do that. Okay, I'll tell you what. Let's cancel this. We're going to... do that. I had a roll once. Who was that? No, I've had two. I've gotten a roll from Polymaker before that was all completely spooled wrong. It was all. I was like, what the heck? And then the other one was from eSun. That was just completely like you couldn't do anything with it. It was so entangled. It happens, you know, like, and people get like upset about it. It just happens, you know. So we can do negative 1.6. I think we'll be good there. Now let's do 1.8. That'll give us that'll give us 3 layers, 3 lines. That's so small, minute. We don't need to worry about that. That's not going to show up. Yeah. I've seen it from time to time. You know, it's, you know, machines put it together. What do you expect, right? It happens. Some people get all bent out of shape about it, but it happens. Part of the game. Okay, so now we can do this, and we'll select our as a new body. Hit OK. So there we go. There is our light bulb. So this will slide right over top of this, and the cool thing about this is we can have, you can design things for this. This is 16 millimeter. This is a 16 millimeter shaft. So I took that down to, well, let's see what the radius of that is. So 16 millimeters, we're at a radius diameter of 16.0. Well, that can't be right. Oh, it did. Oh, do you see that? Do you see what that did? So let's create another sketch. So there's 16.5, and then that one is... Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, we want that to be bigger. Because if that is at 16, we want that to be a little bit bigger. So we probably take this up to 16.12. Let's go to 16.25. That'll give us half of a millimeter on each side, and we gotta allow for expansion. Oh, my cat! I was like, what are you talking about? The cat looks ragged right now. What's the matter with you? Yeah, you're not happy because I've cut back on your feeding because you are eating like a crazy cat. That's Hank. Hank is a Turkish fan. Hank is a singer. That's Hank Williams. His name was supposed to have been. His name was going to be. Was supposed to have been Oscar, right? Yeah, Hank is he's a farm kitty. I know exactly where he came from. I tried taking it back too. Came across from my neighbors down the road. But Hank appeared at our doorstep. My wife at the time said, "We're keeping it." I said, "The hell you are." You know, we have all the other neighborhood cats and dogs and chickens and whatever else you all have in here. And she's going to name it Oliver. Oliver. This cat's name was going to be Oliver. Oh, is that a breed of cat? I don't know. He is old, though. Yeah, I probably only have a few more years with him. But yeah, anyway, as I was saying, she agreed that we couldn't take any more animals because at that point we had like 50-some birds and oh my god. Anyway, he showed up down at the basement door while she one morning, like a few mornings afterwards or something like that, when she's feeding all the birds. And yeah, she said, "We're keeping him and his name is Oliver." I said, "No, you're not. If you want to keep him, you're gonna name him Hank," which she did not like. So I figured that would work, and that did not work. We end up getting him. So now I have you, and you're my kitty. You bought 30 rolls of filament. Yeah, we had like 3 cats. This is yeah, we had 3 cats. This is the last of them. We had an outside cat, an indoor cat, and then he's kind of a mix. Sometimes he goes outside. I don't really like him outside, but sometimes he goes out and sometimes no. If he goes out, he'll sneak out the window or whatever, and he'll be gone for like 3 or 4 days. Okay, so that's done and ready to print. So let's get I need to get that model down. What? Stop. I already fed you half a can this morning. You're not getting any more. Let's export this. We gotta export this one. Export this as in bulb. I spelled that with an E in the end. STL, location, barrel mod, documents. Okay. Let's get, now I'm printing this, we're gonna print this on the Max because the Max is loaded with my transparent PET G. I think it is. Let me double check. Yes, it is. But we do need to bring this stuff down. So, need to disconnect that power supply. Where is my screwdriver? not the right. Oh, it's right here. And it's not in here. I really need to get in the habit of putting stuff back when I'm done with it. Really need to do that. This will work. It's unplugged before I start this, right? Yep, it's unplugged. So I gotta disconnect this power supply because this power supply needs to be moved. Because it cannot sit on top of that printer. Plus the power supply needs to be down. Got a bottle of resin right there. What the hell's that doing sitting there? Power supply is back down there because the power supply, oh, there's another bottle of resin. What? This is basic orange. That's all from KP3D. The burn barrel needs to be dropped. Needs to be disconnected from everything. This is all getting disconnected. The reason is it's getting reconnected. So lights out on that. All my lights here, the lights we're putting up here, the TV, the burn barrel. I think we're gonna do a special stand for the burn barrel. Maybe I don't know where we're gonna put it. I didn't know. I want to put a rack, a shelf system right there to put prints. And the printers, all that stuff is going to be connected up to xlights. So all this stuff back here is going to be xlights. So I'll have patterns and everything else going on. Unfortunately, you guys can't control those, but you'll still be able to control the green strip here and then these. But the other ones in the back will just have stuff that I'll do. And maybe we can put some, we can synchronize Christmas music to them or something. Because I am waiting. I am waiting. I really like what Big Jano is doing, and I really hope he synchronizes lights to his little thing. Because I was thinking last night, it's like, you know what? I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to make a 3D model of my house. And put lights on it and synchronize it, but I'm not going to do that this year. I'm going to do that like over the summer kind of thing. What now? I'm going to do that separately, but I'm going to wait until he does his first because I don't want to jump in on his thunder, right? That's all his thing. So I'll wait until he does that, and then I'll do mine. But mine's going to be just to help me get back into the whole thing again. I think that was probably for that what jumped in here. Yeah, how you doing, my friend? We need to get, okay, cat, you're driving me nuts. Okay. Oh. We will get this done, send this off to the printer, and then we'll jump into xlights. Well, we'll get the xlights controller, get that all figured out. We should be able to. That should be quick. What time is it? Oh, we should have plenty of time. Click send Hank. I should scan Hank. I should 3D. I wonder if he would allow me to 3D scan him. Yeah. Yeah, I really miss doing Christmas lights, and then watching Big Jano go through and know his ideas and what he's doing. I'm starting to get it back. I'm starting to get that juice back that I haven't had for 4 freaking years. That's all starting to come back. Why is my printer not on? What guy's name is? Oh, because I had the Solvo plugged in. That's why. Ugh. Ugh. Okay. Holy Christmas tree. Now we should have power. There we go. We have clear PET G in there. We're good to go. Hey, Kiki Jack, how are you doing, my friend? What was going on? He was walking around your keyboard and mouse right as, well, make him do something. Your cat sent a file to your printer once. Yeah, I don't have mine set up that way. I don't think I do. I have printed remotely, though, with the P1S. I was up in upstate New York, and I was like, well, you know what? I'm just going to send a file so I can get half of it done. I was printing spools. Oh, and speaking of spools, if anyone was in Digital Dragon's stream yesterday, he was saying about how the bamboo refill spools separate on him. I have the same problem. What I do is I just take a piece of tape, just take it like a Scotch tape or something, and before I put the refill on it, I just put a single piece of tape across either maybe like 1 or 2 sides of the center of the roll, and it just seems to work. You gotta make a Christmas theme song. What the hell were we doing? I just completely drew a blank. Oh, we were opening up a file. All right, I remember now. Creality stuff. Whew. You despise Christmas music. You'd love my Christmas music. One is PET G. I guess we can just print this normal PET G mode. We should probably do this spiral. We'll print it one the way it is. Hey, all right, no. Now you're going up there chewing on the freaking USB cables. What's the matter with you? We sliced. We will put a brim around it. So we're good on that. We'll slice it and we'll send it. Fingers crossed that thing's not clogged again. That's perfect. You'll like it because that's what kind I use. We good on that? Yep, I hear it. You worked retail this holidays many years, my God. Yeah, I hear that. My birthday's in December as well. Okay. My son's really like horror movies. Okay, so that's sent. What do we have to do here? We got the that's printing the base. That's printing the thing. Our next move is to get the next thing I had on the list is to get this running. I need to get a oh yeah. Well, Christmas poo. I remember why I don't use this, because I burned it up. Like, I don't have any of these connectors anymore. So, and this connector is melted. That's why you always use fuses. Do not do what I did. Because if you would look real closely right here, I'll get the light on for you. Don't judge me. See that copper wire that goes across where there's supposed to be a fuse? Well, I end up having a short on that line. And that's why there's no, that's why there's, this was completely melted off. That's why that's in an angle like that. I can't remove that. All the wires are all that was going on this channel are completely melted. Yeah. So we'll just leave it as it is. So yeah, I'll have to, we're gonna get the TV up and running today though. We will do that. We'll get the TV up and running. How much time do I have? An hour, we can do it. We'll get the TV up and running. The TV actually runs off of this port, right? So we will get power to this. The TV runs off the Raspberry Pi. And then we'll get power, we'll get power to this. I think I do have the other one somewhere. I don't know, I'll have to look for it. But if not, I'll just solder it. You've seen someone use a bullet as a fuse. Yeah, I know that old trick. Yeah. I've seen that done many a times. Look down and buggy, he's like, oh, is that safe? Didn't know you knew my stepfather. Or my pap. Power supply, we need wire. And I need to order wire in actually. Because we're gonna have those two lights up there. That's all going to be continuous, but I'll need a splice there. We're probably gonna run, well, you're not gonna see it because of that. I don't know. I have like 7,000 freaking of these of these those LEDs, 6,000 or 7,000 of those LEDs, and yeah, we have plenty of LEDs to play around with. You know what I ultimately want to do to this room? I think it would be the coolest thing ever if we take LED strips, right? Because we can use you can use any LEDs on these, right? Any addressable LEDs. But I thought it'd be cool if we took the black ones, and completely line my walls the whole way around and the ceiling with these LEDs. Wouldn't that be crazy? You really wouldn't see anything because it's all like. I've always wanted to do that. I've always wanted to sit there and take these LED strips and stack them one on top of each other. Stack them one on top of each other and go the whole way around it. I priced it out just to do that back wall. Just to do that back wall, I think was like $600. So that's obviously not in the budget. That would be epic. And you guys just hit a bang command, and we'll hook it up to we'll hook it up to. Oh, that would wash everything out. Yeah, I've never had that. I've never seen that go bad either. But can you imagine if that thing would heat up? All right, let's make sure the Max is actually printing. The Max is printing, but for some reason it looks like it's very, very big. Well, maybe it looks okay. Maybe you're all right. All right, might be all right. I need wire. What's this plug go to? Oh, this is perfect. Yeah, this would be perfect. That would be, and it already has the top. Yeah, I've always wanted to try to do that. I wanted to do that with my piece. With my PCs, but I think it would just annoy me. I'll probably end up doing that to my son's gaming TV. So this is a power supply from the Ender 3D or Ender 3 Pro. This is a power supply for what voltage is this? I think this is what 24 volts, isn't it? Yeah, 24 volts at 14 amps. What can we use this for? We'll figure something out. So we're gonna take the plug here. We're gonna snip this. Don't worry, don't worry. I got plenty of these. I got like a whole freaking baggie of these for all my RC stuff. I clipped it. Oh no. Sorry, we can reuse it. This is some nice silicone wire. I used to work exclusively with silicon wire, or is either silicone or Teflon coated wire. But then that got expensive, and then I had to stop. Something keeps jagging me in the back. Pumpkin's just pushing stuff off the table on purpose. I don't have my overhead hooked up again. I'll have it hooked up for tomorrow's stream. I'll be streaming tomorrow during the day after I get my chores done. After I get back, I have to go down to Baltimore tonight. I have to go down to the Ravens stadium area. Like, I'm parked in their parking lot. Like, that's a pretty cool looking stadium. I gotta be down there at 2 o'clock in the morning. Like, it's an actual appointment. Repin the connector. Yeah, you know, I thought about that too, but I have found them. I did find these actually. Now that you mention it, I did find them on Amazon. I just haven't had the extra funds at the time to get them. And it's been like this for like a good year or so. They're not that much. I can get them now if I had to, but sometimes I just don't do that. If I can get it to work without ordering anything, then I'm good. I'm just like, I'm happy. It's like, yep, that will work. Okay, there we go. So there's for the power. That was somebody important. That was the important beep. Okay. Okay, let's go and get our power supply. That Phantom. That's 23 Bluetooth. Phantom likes to enter with that one. That's his favorite one. I gotta make sure it's loud for him. He likes loud things. Okay, so I cannot read. I seriously need glasses or something. Bionic, how are you doing, my friend? Oh, it's not Bionic. It's Bionic or Bionic, something like that. Bionic. I'm gonna call you Bionic. How are you doing today? Bolton Ground. Okay, cool. I do need a pair of up-close glasses, but I just don't. I just cannot. I cannot bring myself to do that. They won't put bifocals in mine. I was like, no, you're not putting bifocals in my freaking glasses. I'll stare at my computer screens like that. I'll be like that until I get. Okay. All right, so now we have, let me make sure I have the right power supply here. Yes. So this is a 5 volt, 60 amps. This runs, I have
Are very intelligent and
11
can solve problems and remember
12.
tasks for up to 3 years.
Yes, that is a raccoon spinning around with its hands in the air like it just don't care. WTA.
Yes, I got 12 of these. This 11 downstairs hooked up to my wall with my controller, not this one, but my big controller. And they're all just sitting down there. They're all pinned up against the wall in my basement for all my lights. So that's all, no, the networking and all that stuff's already done. So it's not gonna take long for me to get everything back up and running again. And I pulled this one up so we can, actually, I have another one of these up here. It's pinned over on that wall over there, so I got 10 of them downstairs and 2 of them up here. But these were the power supplies that I used for my Christmas lights. And they're doing the same purpose, right? So that's all powered on. Let's get this. Don't know where my TV remote is, but we take oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. That is not going to work. I have to go out to my shed. Wait a minute here. I don't need to go out to my shed. We're gonna flash this. That's what we're gonna do. Actually, no, I'm gonna go out to my shed real quick so I can what time is it? No, I'll just stay in here. The dog's gonna wait for a little bit. The TV runs off of HDMI, right? Wait a minute. Is that this? That's micro HDMI on there, right? I can't remember. Where's the Raspberry Pi at? Oh, yeah, that's micro HDMI. So we're going to have to use the Raspberry Pi, which might be a problem. Because the Raspberry Pi, I broke the power supply thingy on it. So let's clip this real quick. We're gonna have to see what's on this card. And we're gonna have to flash this. So, all right, kitty cat, come on. In or out, what are you doing here? I need to find my flasher. My flasher device. Is that it? Yes, it is. And where is my big card? Huh. Where is my adapter? Might be in here. No, it's not in there. Oh. fell. Okay. Yeah, I was just trying to figure out which one was what. The TV's HDMI, so we're going to have to use this one. I do have an adapter, a big to small adapter. I know exactly where it's at. I saw it 2 days ago, and I put it up on the shelf because I was like, what is this doing out here? Ads, are we back? You're back? Cool. Whoops. Chat, there we go. Kenneth, 3D Prints, my friend, how are you doing today? So I got my adapters here. There's a bunch of memory cards in here, and I didn't realize I had memory cards in there. So let's find out what's on this memory card. Oh, wait a minute, there is a little teeny slot. Is there a little slot on this? So I got this because, get this. I have freaking way too much money on that damn, on that new PC, and it does not come with a USB or it does not come with an SD reader. Like even the micro, I was like, what in God's name? It's like, what is wrong with them? So I had to get this. Jaden, how are you doing, my friend? And I just realized it does have a little slot on the side. So I can plug that in. So we got to flash this card with an OS on it. I gotta see what is even on there. Because if we have to flash that, audio injector. Crystal fonts. What the heck is all on here? With the DVD drive. Well, this case has room for... No, it doesn't. I just looked at it. No, it doesn't. The whole freaking... Yeah, no, there's no... Yeah, no, there's no bays in there for DVD. No. Nope. I have absolutely no idea what this is. You still use disk? I have a stack of disks, a bunch of old programs and a bunch of my old yeah, a bunch of my old files and all that stuff's all on disk. So I have a whole stack of them I can get back through. I should go back through it one of these days. I don't know what this. I don't know what's on this card, so I don't really want to be. That came from this. What was I doing with this Raspberry Pi? Well, with this 0. Because that was in here. What was I doing with it? Well, we're wasting time talking about it, so this. Let's try the other ones. I'm going to keep that off the side because I'm curious about that. There's no SD card in here. What about the SD card in my potato? We'll use the one in the potato because I know that was something that just failed. That's a failed thing. Oh, I know what it was. I was trying to make a portable. Fusion 360 thing. That didn't work. That's not powerful enough to run that. You can do it off the Pi. Raspberry Pi. There's a problem with this drive. This is running Debian. So there's Debian on that one, which I can get. Actually, there's 2 files on it. So we'll use this one. We need to get. Let me show you all how to do this. It'd be nice if Big Jano was in chat. He'd see how this was done. But I can for his lights. But we can get it all figured out. All right. So we're going to install blah, 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 quack, quack. We're going to install xlights. Actually, no, we're not installing xlights. We're installing Falcon Pi Player. So we're going to be using, oh, we got to use this guy. We're going to be using this old Raspberry Pi. And going to use that internet. So we're going to be installing the Falcon Pi Player onto the Raspberry Pi. And what that does, that's a program that allows you to download all your sceneries you create, all your blinky lights and stuff, all your twinkly blinkies and your music that you create in xlights on the PC. You download it onto this, and then this plays onto the controller, which is the controller is hooked up to the power supply now. The controller just goes out on top. For this model anyway. Bang, quack. And then that way you have your entire light show is self-sustaining, whatever, it's on. It's completely owned system. You're not destroying your home network for it, because it will. If you run those big light shows, you run those big light shows through your network, it will destroy it. Don't ask how I know that. So, first thing we need to do is we need to get the Falcon Pi Player get a drink of this disgusting stuff. Which means we're going to have to completely re-network this whole thing. So we're probably not going to get that TV up and running today, but we'll at least. So here's where we go. Falcon Christmas, Falcon Pi Player. This releases like this. They go through like do maybe 2 or 3 of these a month. So you can use the BeagleBone, the Pocket Beagle, Raspberry Pi, and the Pixel output. What is that? That's interesting. So we'll get the newest release that was released, what, 5 days ago? We need to get our image. Here is for the Raspberry Pi, so you can use the Pi B, B+, Pi 2, Pi 3, 3+, 4, 5, the 0, and the 02. And then if you want to go with the BeagleBone Black, the green, the Pocket Beagle, the BeagleBone Green Gateway, use this one. So the BeagleBones just came out like maybe 5-6 years ago. Well, I think they've been out for a while, but as far as the lights, the xlights just started accepting them probably like 5 or 6 years ago. They came out right before I stopped doing mine. So we're going to take this zip, download the zip. That is the newest one, 8.2. I want to personally thank y'all. I've been watching my analytics lately, and I've been watching my channel grow, and it's all because of you. And I thank you for that. I'm so humbled by all that. But I just want to make sure y'all know that. Okay, let's get back to the thing what we're doing. Like how I can switch back and forth like that. Drives my kids crazy. Yeah, my kids. My kid. One. I only have one. Drives him crazy sometimes. But I do. I do appreciate everything y'all do. Okay, so that's downloaded. Then we need to close that out. Do I still have my Raspberry Pi thingy-majigger? Don't think I do. Yeah, that I know of. Oh, what the hell? I just lost all my screens. Yes. I must have... Oh, you know what? I haven't done anything with the Raspberry Pi on this PC. That's why I don't have it. Okay. So we'll install this. Well, that was kind of funky. Run the Raspberry Pi imager. Yes. Choose our device. We are going to run, this is the, what is this? This is the 3B. So this, I remember buying this. I bought this as the 3B Plus. And they sent me the 3B. They did not send me Balancer Etcher. There's another etcher that I use. I can't remember what it's called. Operating system. Let's see here. Oh, before we do that, we need to extract that. Okay, so that's where that's at. We are copying. That's saturated in alcohol, you dingy. My cat's looking at that rag that has alcohol. No wonder it's getting all whacked up. Oh, our printer thingy's done. Isn't that awesome when you take things off and they stay on there? It's like, oh, cool. I don't have to clean it up. And then, oh no, these came out. They came off pretty good. Awesome. Cool. Something worked today. All right, so I got to remember not to run that machine until I put that build plate on there properly. All right, so here's our little attachment thing. What happened to my LED light? I think I dropped it. I must have dropped it. So we'll just get another one. All right, so let's see if this is going to fit. Rufus, no, I can't remember. Oh, that fits beautifully, I think. Oh, yes, that's nice and tight. Good and tight, right? What is it? How do we used to say? Good and tight, good and tight? Or I can't remember what we used to say when I was building houses. Oh, look at that. That worked. I love it. I love it when things work for the first time. You don't have to go back and we're not wasting filament. That's beautiful. Oh, that's so beautiful. That just made me happy. Happier. Y'all being here made me happy. This made me happier. Added to that. So that's what we made. Now, the light, which is really big, it looks like it's a lot bigger than what it's supposed to be. I don't know. We'll find out. It's supposed to slide right down over top of this. And then the cool thing about this is I'll post the dimensions for this. So if you all want to make something that fits down over top of this, yeah, go ahead. It's like 16, the diameter of this is like 16.125. So that's what your inner circle needs to be. And then this is what, 28, I think I said it was? Or it might be 26, actually, since we moved it up. 24. It's 24. So the shaft here is 24. So that's what you need to make. You need to make the inner diameter to slide over top of this is 16.125. And then 24 millimeters long. So it'll slide all the way down here to the base, and then whatever you design out here on the edge, a heart, star, whatever, however you do it. So yeah. Now this, see how it has that lip on it? It will go up on top of that. It'll go up on the PVC, on the conduit, and I'll check it right now. No, they don't. These are only 30 medic vents. Welcome in, my friend. These are only 5 volts. They don't put out a lot of heat. And plus, they're not going to be running at 100%. When I ran, there's no, like when I was running my Christmas lights outside and I tested these at 100%, I was lighting up the freaking trees all the way across the field in front of my house. Like it just, the whole place was just, looked like a spaceship was landing. I only run them about 35% brightness. And that's what I'll probably end up doing here, probably 20 or 30% brightness. The only problem with that is you lose some of your colors. That's the only problem when you drop down brightness with it, with pulse width. Was it pulse width? With PMW, because you use PMW to control the brightness and the colors, right? Well, no, you don't. You can. Oh yeah, you do. It's all the data. It uses pulse. Which I'm going to look at that. Yeah, I'm going to keep stepping on it if you don't get out of the way. Oh, that fits around that beautifully. Perfect. And then we just zip tie it. And then we can have them down like that. Straight out, up, however you want to do it. And the cool thing about this is, with the whole Christmas stuff, we used a lot of this conduit piping. Did you ever see those trees? Or we also used some PVC piping too, 1/2-inch PVC piping. But those real tall trees, well, a lot of times we'll take the conduit and we'll shape it and make it like a tree. I got 3 of them up in my shed right now. I'll bring them down for the next stream. I got small ones. And usually what you do is you drill a hole through it and then you pop your LED through it, or you put your LED, you put the string on it and you zip tie it. This would be perfect because it'd go right over top of that conduit and you can just zip tie it and yeah, wham, bam, there you go. Right. Okay. What are you eating? Hey, 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 hey. Okay, so we've accomplished something worked. All right, let's get back into what we were doing. We can close this out, and then we're going to come in here, and we are going to select a custom. The Forbidden Fruit STL. What? Spike Alien Lizard? What is that? An image, right? Yeah, that's an image. These are already pre. We need to do a custom. No, let's not erase it. Just do a custom. Downloads. There it is. But that's in the zip. Here we go. Found it. Choose the storage. Storage device. Yes. Next. I need my phone. I can't remember what my. Can't remember what one I'm using here. Where's my Wi-Fi button? Tether. Wi-Fi like never before. How do I have 12 clients on my Wi-Fi right now? Okay. I am setting, what I'm doing right now is setting up my wireless LAN and all that other stuff. So that's obviously going to be off the screen. Wait a minute. We have like a whole nother hour to stream. Why does this say only 12:40? I've been on for 2 hours. I started at 12:30 to 2:30. Started at 12, right? Yeah. Okay. Well, got another hour yet, I guess. Yeah. It says 2:14, 2:14. Yeah, all my clocks in here. 2:14. Cool. We will get this done, maybe. Okay, my SSID is that button. Make sure you guys are not seeing all that. Does it really matter if you see it or not? Because, you know, the only way you can get to my Wi-Fi is if you're actually here. My password. I am not in Germany. Oh, get this. Did I tell y'all yesterday? I don't think I did. I had to call yesterday on the way home. Just right down the road, I had to, why is this so hard to scroll? I had to call our 911. Local settings is New York. Yes, I was. Do not want to enable SSH. Save that. I had to call the fire department, right? Because somebody wrecked their car. And I pulled up. Format disk, yes. I do not have significant rights to. Windows can't format D. What? That's weird. So, I came down off the mountain. They wrecked and they went down over the embankment. There's an older lady. She was getting out of the car. It just happened, like within seconds of me coming up. And she said she was okay. And was it Verizon or some company, some telephone pole company, I think it was Comcast, pulled up with, it happened right in front of them. They watched it happen. And so these three guys got out and started helping her, and I asked them, like, need help or everything else. They said, no, like, oh, she looks okay, call somebody because it's on a bad turn and all this other stuff. So I called 911. I was on the phone with them for like 10 minutes. I swear to God, it was like 10 minutes. And the first 90% of it was all getting information about me. They wanted to know my name. They wanted to know where I was calling from. They wanted to know how they can reach me. They want, like, I was like, what the hell? It's like 10 minutes went by the time you finally freaking found out that, like, there's there's somebody wrecked their car. And then after I have a scanner in my truck. After I hung up the phone, it was probably a good 4 to 5 minutes before the call went out across the scanner. And I was sitting in my driveway while it was all taking place. Yeah, it was. I've had run-ins. I've called 911 a lot. I'm always, for some damn reason, I'm always the person that's like right there, for some darn reason. I've called 911 out, I don't know how many times across the freaking country. Driving truck, you see a bunch of stuff, witness a lot of things. But yeah, I've only had that happen to me like 1 or 2 times. Other times of where, but right now we're waiting for our Raspberry Pi to. Yeah, yeah, we have that sometimes. We don't have a police department out here. All we have is state, and it takes them like a good 45 minutes to come here. We have our ambulance service. Okay, hands down, our ambulance service. It took them. I called an ambulance for my son, and this one he was what after his second surgery. So he was one, 1 year and 2 months. I called the ambulance, and within 2 minutes they were at my door. Now they're stationed right up over the mountain. So they're stationed probably about maybe 2 miles away from me, as the crow flies. Straight stretch about 2 miles. I wonder how far away they are. That's probably about 2 miles. Well, our local bar says it's a 5-minute trip. But it's not telling me the distance to the bar. Okay, so, all right. So from my house to the bar, which is the center of our town, our one light blinking town, it is 2.9 miles. And we have to drive past the ambulance to get to that. So that's probably a quarter mile. So we're looking at probably about 2.5 miles. And our town is the last major station for an ambulance. It services like this area, the next township over, and part of the other county. Because I'm at the end of the county, so it's like it's a private ambulance. They're all LifeLink or Lifeline or something like that. So they just bought a brand new ambulance. One of those European looking ones. It's pretty cool looking. But yeah, they have like 3 or 4. They service a huge area out here. And then they have helicopters too. But the helicopters are stationed at the airport. Yeah, our fire department is would be probably about 3 miles. It's like, yeah, something like that. It's like the bar. We got the red light, the garage, and then we got the bar. And then we have a building supply center. And we have our pizza shop. And then our fire station. So yeah, it would be about 2.9, almost 3 miles from my house to there. And yeah, the call goes out, and those guys are awesome. Okay, this should have verified by now. It couldn't have written that whole disk, did it? I canceled it. I know sometimes it gets a little buggy. Yes, he's not even reading it now. We just had a bunch of brush fires here the other day. Problem with this disk. It's saying are you a volunteer? I thought about volunteering myself. I just don't know when. interesting. That's showing the exact same. That's showing the exact same thing. Skid Racer, my friend, how are you doing? Thank you for the lurk. Okay, so operating system, we got that. We got to use custom. Choose storage. Oh, cool, my password's all hidden. That popped up, it's like, oh yeah. But you all know my last name now. That's okay. You have not, I do not have rights to perform the operation. Why can't I form that disk? I wonder if this already has it on here. Let's find out, shall we? Let's see what's on here. Let's plug this in. Power up the Pi. I am plugging in the Raspberry Pi because we might have this. I know what this disk might have. That's not doing anything, so that's not the correct. It's not the correct one. I'm not getting anything from that. I thought the lights were supposed to light up on, what's in this one? Is there supposed to be lights on the 0? That's got nothing on there. I think this 8 gig one is what I use to transfer my files. Oh, we got a light blinking now. So there's an operating system on this. But it's just blinking green. So we'll get that out. And we'll plug it into the big one and see what happens. Okay, something is happening. We got blinky lights. So, so the Raspberry Pi is booting up. With what I have absolutely no idea. I have absolutely no idea what's booting up on the Pi. Gotta sneeze. Sorry, I had a sneezing fit. I haven't had one of those for a while. So I'm looking at the Raspberry Pi right now, and it's just like blinking lights. So I don't know what's on here. That's let's see if it's trying to access my network. Sounds like Darth Vader in here because that's almost finished. So it's right at the very top. So it sounds like Darth Vader. I always forget where I put my apps half the time. No, I do not want to transfer stuff to the PC. Oh, it's all my lights. That's what's connected. So I do not see this at all. Let's see if it's putting out a signal itself. No. All right, so let's pull this out, and I'm pretty sure I have it on here, but let's take a look and see. I thought I used the smaller. The smaller chip. This is only 8 gig. And I thought I used a smaller one for the xlights program because it doesn't take much. I could be wrong. It might have been the 32 gig I used, which would be this one. Here we go with these overlays again. The same thing. Let's open up a config. I gotta take this. I'll be right back. Okay, sorry about that. We're trying to find. Yes, I want to erase this. Oh, just like that. All right, so is that in there? Yeah, that's in there. We're erased. Let's remove it and put it back in. Okay, the folder is empty. That's what we want to see. So let's choose our device again. We're going to be putting this on the Raspberry Pi 3. Choose the operating system. We're going to use a custom. Our storage is going to be that. That's all. Ooh. All right, it's now we're finally writing. Okay, so good deal. This is done. That build plate is very hot. Don't touch that. So this is a lot thicker than I expected it to be. That's very thick. But let's see if this fits. Oh, like a glove. Perfect. That's really big. Ash Prince, how you doing, my friend? So with this being big like this, we could run the brightness up a little bit higher. It's been working cleaning your place, huh? Making bulbs, yeah, man. Oh, that's perfect. It's a little tight to get it to start, but yes! So now we just need to make a bunch of these, and then we can just put them up there and hang them however we want. Yes. Cool. Cool. Now we're just waiting for the... Well, I'm controlling... the Raspberry Pi is going to be our main computer. It's going to store our files and our music and all that stuff. It's going to be controlled overall by a light controller by xlights. So I guess what we could do, yeah, why don't we do this? Why don't we open up xlights? So we can shrink that down while that's going through and doing its thing. And I'm going to have to install xlights again because I do not have it on this. Oh, we just updated it. Ooh, they put 9 new enhancements in it. Oh my God, September they put 22 enhancements. So there's a bunch of new stuff in here. Awesome. It is going to give you a warning. The setup is complete. We don't need to view the README. We'll launch the application, which is over on this screen. And it's going to ask you to select a show directly, and we're going to do a new folder. We're going to do this Studio 24 for this year. Studio 24. We're going to select that folder. This is our show directory. So anything we do and we save, all of our stuff is going to be so this is xlights. Everything's all going to be over into that folder. We're not going. This is our controllers. We're not going to add any of these controllers yet because we're still working on the one. We're at 68% for that. We have our layout, and then we have our sequencer. Our layout, we'll do a quick line, right? So we'll do from here to here, right? So that's our quick line. Actually, you know what? Let's get rid of this line. And we'll do a matrix. Matrix is better for y'all to understand and see. We'll do 36 strings with 50 nodes. $50 nodes per string. So there's 36 by 50. We'll save that. We won't put it on a controller or anything right now. And then we need to come in here, File, New Sequence. We'll do an animation, 20 frames a second, Quick Start. And there's our matrix right there. So this is our model preview, and this would be the house preview. All right. So the cool thing about this is you can take this. Let me go to the big screen here so you can see what's going on. The cool thing about this is you can import a photo of your house, and then you can put align these up to your house. This here says model preview. This will always be, this is the model itself. The house preview is like your entire display. We can get rid of that since we're only doing the model. So we'll go with we'll start off with the butterfly effect. So if we had a matrix right now, that's what we would see on the matrix. And then there's different styles you can do. The matrix is nice, so you have a chance to see what. Actually, this would be on our TV. That's strobe, but we're not going to do strobe. Here's snowflakes. This one's pretty cool. You can do signs and stuff. Here is morph. So this one's a little complicated to get figured out. This one works great for trees and stuff. Let's add a tree. Let's get rid of this. And we'll do do a tree. We can change the tree to where is it? We'll do a ribbon tree. Oh, we'll do a flat one. Flat one's cool. I run flat ones. And then if we put a fan on it, oh, we need to do a new sequence because we got rid of it. There's our fan on our tree. Here's a tree on a tree. It's supposed to move, but it's not. Shockwave. I love shockwave. Shockwave's a fun one to play around with. I used to use Shockwave a lot for the bass. Wonder what they put in here that's new. Sketch? What's sketch? What is this? Oh, isn't that cool? Oh, you're kidding me. That's new. I haven't seen that yet. That is a lot of possibilities for if you do a matrix. You could draw onto your matrix. I want to see that again. I like that. I like that. Almost done verifying. Oh, here's where this one right here. We're not going to see anything out of this because this is a moving head. This is where you can get your DMX controllers in, and you can move your a spotlight around. Here's spirals. Cool. So that's done. So yeah, there's a bunch of stuff. We'll get into all this once we get everything up and running. So that's xlights. Save models. No, we're not saving any models. We're not saving anything. All right. Okay, I can't remember if I have. We'll have that, and now we're gonna power this up. I got the controller in there. Now we're gonna power it up. Allow that to power up, and then we'll SSH into it. I did set, yeah, I did set it up onto the network. We'll allow this to power, and we get into this by yes, FPP. Well, we'll have to search it on the network. I don't know why that's staying red. It should be green. We'll see what it's failed to get client info. What? So it should put out a security risk, antivirus for $40 a month. No. Well, I don't see it in here. It should have booted up already. Let's see if it's putting out its own. You can only run this on a 2.4 gigahertz. You can't run it on the 5. Oh, I don't see it in there. Unplug this and plug it back in. I hope my Pi's okay. It's blinking, flashing lights and everything else, so it looks like it's... Looks like it's booting up. But it is not showing up. It's not being happy right now. There's my FPP. It's in my offline clients, but it's not connecting for some reason. It just keeps going through a cycle. I'm wondering if I'm going to have to it might be drawing too much current. So we'll try that. We'll see if I can get, I think I have power on. To be able to get power through there. Yeah, I got power going through that, so we'll see if we can get power, if that continues. And we'll see if we can get to boot up. Yeah, I don't know. Doesn't seem to be wanting to do anything. Might have to reflash it again. Yeah, Ash Prince, where's your, when are you going to stream your, you didn't stream it already. When are you going to stream your trips? If you are. Oh, there it is. Okay, I got it. It's in. So it is putting out. Yeah, you've been lurking. You took a little nap. Yeah. How are you doing? How are you doing today? I love that. Oh, I love that interview, by the way. Oh, that was one of your best streams. Okay, so we are connected to the FPP. So if I would, so my phone's connected to it right now. So if I would go into my an FPP, why is this not? Yeah, that was definitely an awesome stream. Yeah, I don't know what's going on here. I am connected to, my phone is connected to the Wi-Fi of the Pi player, so we should be able to. Well, if I switch this computer over, I'm going to kill the stream. what you need to do, as I remember this now, we need to get into that machine, into that board, and I need to switch it over on the board side. But for some reason I can't. It won't allow me to get into it. It keeps trying to Google search it. And if we should be able to hit FPP, and we should be able to go into it, but it's not allowing me to do that. Yeah. Let's see if it's putting out anything onto that frequency yet on the tether. I need the IP address. That's what I need. Trying to get the IP address. Once we get the IP address, we're good. And apparently I just logged myself out of my network. Oh, because I'm not even in my network. I'm in the... Okay, so we're in that. Let's try FPP. Nope, it's not allowing me to do that. So let's go back and see if it's in my network, since I'm on my actual network now. It is a little finicky to get started, but once you get it going, it's awesome. 12 clients online, so something came on. Yeah, it's not allowing me to get in there. Yeah, it's not letting me get in there, but well, the problem is cats are making bread right now on you. String freeze, probably. The problem is it's putting out its own separate network right now. So it's putting out its own Wi-Fi, and it's not connected to my main Wi-Fi. Like my phone can